3. Audited by the well-known third-party firm CertiK. ORA's innovative mechanism, through interactive contracts, the USDT invested by users is only used to build LP pools, and users receive LP dividend rights, not the token itself. Holding LP dividend rights allows users to obtain stable market-making returns of up to 1% daily. Users own LP dividend rights instead of tokens, thus making the token price increase more stable. Secondary market and market-making revenue are linked to value. ORA token mechanism highlights, unlike similar mechanisms on the market, ORA adopts a dual token linkage model, with the main coin ensuring consensus and the subcoin promoting growth. Daily cash flow for investors. ORA token mechanism. Main token, ORA, total supply, 21 million, 18 million added to LPs, 3 million permanently held in the interactive contract, slippage, 3.5% to 0.5% burned, 0.5% distributed to nodes, 2.5% for marketing, profit tax, 25% to 5% distributed to nodes, 10% for marketing, 10% injected into ORAC-LP, subtoken, ORAC. Total supply, 1 billion, 800 million added to LPs, 200 million airdropped to nodes. Selling is allowed only, no buying, 5% slippage on selling. Participation and returns. Minimum investment, 100 USDT, USDT in, USDT out, daily cash flow, flexible staking period, automatic compounding. Staking tiers and daily yields, 1 day 0.3%, 7 days 0.5%, 15 days 0.7%, 30 days 1%. Dynamic returns, based on individual holdings and community performance, you can advance to higher tiers and receive corresponding ORAC exchange quotas in addition to team rewards. Compound interest example, investing 10,000 USDT, with a daily yield of 1%, 30 days per month, and daily compounding, the annualized return can reach 3,494.96%. Upside logic. Main token ORA. 1. Secondary market trading. 2. DeFi liquidity co-market making. Subtoken ORAC. 1. 0.25% of the pool is automatically burned daily. 2. Obtained only through quota exchanges. 3. 10% of ORA profit tax is injected into LPs. 4. 3% staking yield withdrawal fee. 5. 100% burned upon sale. The ORA protocol uses a parent token to stabilize consensus and child tokens to drive growth, with daily settlements, bringing transparency, interoperability, and certainty to the flow of value. Join the ORA protocol now and together build the foundation for the next generation of decentralized finance.
Okay, good morning, everyone. It's 10 minutes past the 10 minutes past the 10 a.m. East African Standard Time. Good morning to you, friends. It's good to see you all connected. We are 22 in the call. Yes, that was just a welcome video, a simple and brief orientation on what Aura ecosystem is. To some of us who need it, I will share the material in our groups so that you can utilize them in your marketing activities. Otherwise, good morning, Anna. Good morning, Anyo Curtis Livia. Good morning, Mr. Aliko John. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning, Crypto Boss, Daniel Muzaya, Derek, because the digital investor, Harris. Good morning, Mr. Jidu. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I Kemite. Good morning, Johnson. Jason Jones. Good morning, Joseph Wadiana. All right, we are. Good morning, Joseph Wadimba. Kenneth, how are you, Kenneth? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Colombani. How are you? Maweji, Mr. Maweji, how are you, brother? Good morning. Good morning, Mike. Hey, how are you? Mr. Ima, it's good to have you on the call. Sivananthan, how are you? Tawheed, how are you? Trifos, Elo, how are you, brother? Wisdom Nyirongo, this must be a gentleman from Malawi. Good morning to you. Good to have you. It's it's 30th of December, 2025. We just have a day to go. We are counting now hours, less than 48 hours to cross over into a new year. I want to congratulate each one of us that have managed to make it this far to the year, to the current date. I know it's not easy. So many of our fellows have, I've failed to make it. I've failed to make it to this date. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Ashraf joining you from Kampala, Uganda. And this morning, my task this morning is to welcome you all on our call, and also to invite our speaker this morning. Our speaker this morning. All right. Yes. But before, would you just do me a favor? We participate, all of us. Let me request all of us to do this. We participate in this. What are you going to do? You are going to go in the WhatsApp groups, wherever that you are in, whichever group that you are part of, on the WhatsApp and on Telegram. Just go there and tell everyone that we are on. All right, that we are on, and that we are about to get started. Okay. Yes. Just go in the chat, in the WhatsApp group, and let them know that we have started. Okay. All right. So this morning there was a very interesting discussion that Coach Usama was taking our local people through in the morning. It was to do about the security of our finances. You know, many of us, when we got started in crypto or into businesses that are to do with these online businesses, it seems like we never understood one of the risks. Okay, one of the risks that are involved. If someone is to ask you what are the risks involved into this business, you should be very open to that person and let them know that online businesses are highly risky businesses. They have a lot of money, life transforming money that can change one's life, big fortunes. However, they are associated with so much risks. And this is because these businesses are run digitally, especially when we talk about crypto being a digital asset, digital currency, it's run on the internet. If someone doesn't pay close attention to the details, usually they can make very expensive mistakes, really very expensive mistakes. We have had scenarios where people made slight simple mistakes that costed them a lot. Okay, and these risks that I'm referring to, they rise from negligence of our security on our funds. Okay, negligence of what we have to do to secure our funds. Sometimes it's not about the project that you are participating in. It's about you as a person, the part that you are supposed to play in your success in the business. Failure to play that part can result into very, very costly mistakes. Okay, so allow me this morning to, I guess, also to just go through that explanation, okay, or discussion with us. How do we secure ourselves? How do we keep safe on the digital businesses that we are part of? The day you decided to get involved into online businesses, invest your money into online, you should know that you started serious business whereby there is money involved. And if money is involved, the people who don't want to work will be interested in looking for your own money that you have worked hard for. All right? It could be your capital, it could be the profits. Now, just like we see it in the traditional businesses, that if today someone gets maybe $100,000 and they invest into a retail shop, you know, that person, one of the things they would work to ensure it is very, very strong is the security of the shop. How many of us agree with me? Give me a yes if you agree with me that sometimes even before they bring in the stock, they would go ahead to buy those very strong locks. Some they even go as far as putting a security guard so that when they are not around in the night, someone is overseeing their business. Someone is looking and protecting their business. How many of us agree with me on that? That is very important to ensure if you open a shop today, security is very key. You buy the best locks. You don't compromise on the quality of locks that you are buying. You also, if you are to put a bodyguard, how do you call them? A security guard. If you are to put a security guard, you ensure that you hire the best because this is your money. You want to ensure your funds, your business is fully protected. All right. Now, similarly, in crypto, you need to do the same thing. Okay. In your Aura business, it's important to do the same thing. We have seen experiences where people did very simple things like forgetting their password, maybe tapping into several links that are always posted in different groups, or trusting so easily certain people, and they ended up losing a lot of their funds, or losing access to their funds, or losing their funds to a scammer. So these are very, very important. These are very, very important things that I think they are worth it to emphasize within us to ensure that we are very, very alert when it comes to our funds. So if you are here with me and you are following me up, please give me a yes. I want to just check my sound. If everything is okay, then I'll be able to get started. Okay. Then I'll be able to get started. Please just give me a yes. Give me a yes or give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I think that is much easier. Much easier. Down there is on your phone there is something that says reaction. So when you tap on reaction you will see thumbs up. You will see a chigalo. In Uganda we call it a chigalo. So you tap on that chigalo, that thumbs up, and I will know. Okay, so just give me a thumbs up. I will really know that you are following me. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now let's get into our security discussion. Your security online is very important, whether it's about exchanges, decentralized exchanger, whether it's about the decentralized wallets that we are interacting with right now. Your security is very, very important. And when it comes to the DeFi ecosystem, the DeFi space that we are playing in right now, it is even worse. Why? Because here there is no option B. Okay, if you mess up with things, when we are dealing with the centralized systems like the centralized exchanges, If today you forgot your password of, let's say, Binance, what happens? If you forget your password of, let's say, Binance, what happens is that you can report to Binance, you can make a complaint, and Binance will successfully help you to restore your account. They will take you through all the process, submit your ID, prove that you are the owner of the account. And at the end of the day, if they confirm through whatever you submitted that you are the owner, they will give you back the account, and they ask you to create a new password. It's a different case in the decentralized finance. In DeFi, the ultimate security systems that you have is to ensure you keep the two things. If you lose both of these two, no one, absolutely no one, will help you recover your account. Number one, your password. Number one is your password. Your password to Token Pocket. All together. When you lose your password to Token Pocket, and you lose number two, your 12 seed phrase, okay? Those 12 words that they gave you when you were signing up, when you were creating your wallet. Once you lose these two, you can never access your funds ever again. So you have a lot of money on your account. Maybe you bought your ONF. Maybe you staked your Aura. You staked your USDT on the Aura project, and you forget your password. You forget your 12-word phrase. Maybe you made an error when writing them. What is going to happen? You will never again access your funds. Now, you can change your password if you remember your 12 words phrase. But you can't change your 12 words phrase if you lose them or if you forget them. Can I repeat that? All right. Now let's start from here. Okay. Let's start from here. So this is our Token Pocket. This is our Token Pocket. Security number one. Always before you do transactions on Token Pocket, withdrawals, deposits, let me encourage you that you do this simple step. It doesn't take a lot of time. It is very simple. First of all, check your wallet if it is safe from malwares. Before you stake or before you do a withdrawal, before you do a climbing, before you climb, several people have lost money by simply not doing this simple step. So they claimed their money, and it so happened that there was a malware that was in the account, that was in their wallet, just waiting for them to capture that money. And they started asking their mentors. And these people, they show up in the inbox when they are very, very hungry. They are very hungry. Coach, now I have claimed, you said when I claim, I will see my money on Token Pocket, but now I can't see anything. I have claimed. Oh, coach, I deposited this amount of money, but I can't see it anymore. What happened? Those kind of cases. Usually, they come. I remember a gentleman. I don't know if this was a malware, but I guess it was exposure of his 12-word phrase to someone who was not safe. Okay, I'm going to reach there. So this gentleman, he signed up, and we always encourage people to check their accounts. He had staked his ONF. Okay, I think he had put about $100. Then the gentleman, he started checking after a few days to monitor his rewards, and he realized the rewards were growing. He was very excited. Then one day he checks the rewards. He realizes that where there were climb,
that part where there is crime. The day before, there was some figures. On that day, he checked and realized those figures had disappeared. And he asked me, Coach, what happened? The first day. Then I said, no, brother, try to check your network, because it's normal sometimes when you open your system and you realize that your stake is not what? Is not reflecting. Okay. Then he was like, Coach, all right, no problem. He did it. Nothing happened. I said, no, you wait. Give it some time. Give it some time. Perhaps it's the place where you are. The network is weak. He checked. He waited. The following day, he realized. He checked. After the 12 hours, new tokens were reflecting. So meaning the issue was not about the network. It is true that the previous figures he saw were no longer in the account. The man got very upset. I said, now what is the problem? We checked the malware, there were no malwares. Then I asked him, bro, did you expose your 12 words to anyone that you can remember? Maybe you wrote them somewhere and you placed that paper somewhere and someone came across it, maybe online, maybe someone called you and he told you to share your screen. And you trust. I asked this guy and he said no. And I know many of you can never admit, even when the coach ask you, did you do this? Because you have already made a mistake. There is nowhere you are going. You want to, make sure that the coach find a solution to your problem. So the guy realized every single day, every 12 hours, the person was claiming his tokens. The person was claiming his tokens. I told him try to change the password. We changed the password, but that continued. It continued happening until I told the guy, you know what, man? Honestly, I have nothing I can do about this. It's unfortunate that you cannot change the 12 words. Okay? The best you can do now, you just have to leave that stake and open a new wallet where your 12 words and your password, they are very sure, they are very safe, and keep your security very tight. So back to our malwares. How do we check before we do a transaction, deposits or withdrawals? How do we check whether our accounts, our wallets are safe from malwares? Just a few days, I did climbing. I bought some Oracle. These ones here. Sorry, I bought some Oracle. And when I bought some Oracle, I noticed, in fact, it has happened twice. The first time was when I swiped. Okay, when I swapped, that's the proper English. When I swapped my Aura tokens, I had some Auras, and then I swapped them from Aura to USDT. Guess what happened? That transaction reflected somewhere here that I had received two types of tokens that I didn't know where they came from. I just found myself seeing rewards here. There was two buttons. There was a symbol that there's something new here. When I tapped on that plus button and I went on my tokens, I realized there was a list of new tokens that I didn't know. Where they were coming from. These are the ones. There was gold and there was that high. You see, these tokens, they pumped in prices. They kept on increasing in value. I added one of them on my wallet. They kept on increasing in value. Like every few seconds, you would see the price of this token increasing, which implied that if I didn't know what I was doing, or if I didn't consult before doing any step, if I got excited thinking I've got free money, I would go ahead and do what anyone do. What anyone would do. What is that? Anyone, if they received that and they are new, they are novices in the space, they're excited, they would go ahead and want to swap these tokens right away and turn them into USDT. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see anything on your wallet that was not from Aura, not from Oracle, not from your upline, you don't know the source of what you are seeing on your wallet, please and please ignore it. Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up if that is clear. Ignore it. I'm still talking about the malwares. Because that is a malware that has positioned itself waiting for you to enter your password, waiting for you to give approval, and then you will see yourself crying plasma. Out together. Crying plasma. So make sure if you were not expecting any token from anyone, if it is not from Aura, it is not from ONF, it is not from Oracle in any way, it's not from your mentors, it's not, you don't trust the source. Even if someone has sent it to you and you don't trust that person, don't swap. Don't engage in a transaction you don't understand. So I ignore what those tokens is, and I think you can see them here. These ones are 1,000. These ones are also 1,000. Question, what did I do to receive them? Even these ones are 1,000. Esports. You see, they're even written here. This one is even written here. Risk. How many of us have received this before? Mr. Jason says, yes, I have had similar issues. These are malwares positioning themselves in your system. All right? In your system. So you have to be very, very vigilant. All right? The other source of malwares, so malwares can come when you are performing transaction. In the middle of your transaction is you are maybe climbing. For me, they came when I was swapping Aura into USDT. That's how they came. To some people, they will come from tapping on unfamiliar, untrustable links that we are always, seeing on the group circulating. You hear Museveni has given free data, MTN giving free internet. You tap, free. And then there are these ones of pornography. Those who like watching porn. They send links of porn. You think you are going to see porn. The scammer knows what you are thinking. Hackers know what you are thinking. They know what you are interested in, and then you tap, and pam, you think you are just watching ordinary. And in fact, they won't even lead you to whatever that you were expecting. Bam, they get into your wallet. They get into your wallet, and then they capture your leg, and you start crying plasma. You sweat plasma. So be vigilant. Avoid tapping on unfamiliar links, things that you don't understand. Are we together? If you don't trust the source, don't tap it. First verify. Okay? Ignore them. Avoid the free things. Are we together? So that is very important. Now, moving forward, for you to check, you are going to come here. Here. Tap on more tools. For you to check before you do a transaction, to check if you have malwares or not, tap on more tools. When you tap on more tools, come here and tap on approval. Tap on approval. When you tap on approval detector, okay, approval detector is going to lead you to a page that looks like this. This page is going to bring your wallet address, okay, which is your wallet. This one. So we want to confirm, is this wallet safe? Is there any malware on my wallet? Okay, then I'm going to tap yes. Now, if there is any malware, it is going to show here. I had one a few minutes ago, which I just removed, unfortunately. You would have seen. I swapped yesterday. I swapped yesterday some Oracle, the coin called Oracle. I swapped for $2. I bought some Oracle for $2. To those of you who already have ranks in the system, you are going to do what? You are going to you are given an opportunity to buy Oracle coins. Okay, Oracle token. So I bought for $2, and guess what happened? A malware positioned itself here with a transaction of $2 waiting for approval. So what am I trying to say? Malwares are going to come from different ways. I may not touch the exact one which is going to cause your malware. I just want to encourage and emphasize that let us all be vigilant and pay close attention to this particular part of our business before we do critical or serious or all transactions. It takes a few minutes to go and cross-check if you are safe, from malwares. Give me a thumbs up if this is clear up now. Now, that transaction you are going to see here, there will be a word here called the cancel approval. Tap on that word when you see it. When you find a malware, and you see the word cancel approval, tap on cancel approval, enter your password, and that malware will go. For you to be sure you are safe from malwares, this part here should show no data. It should show that you don't have any data here. Give me a yes if we are together up to that point, because I'm done with how do we remove malwares. Give me a yes if we are okay, if we are safe, if we are together. We go to the next step. Okay, beautiful. Now, about the 12-word seed phrase, the 12 seed phrases, and the password, which is your ultimate security system that you have on your funds. Rule number one of these two security systems. Rule number one, don't disclose your 12 seeds to anyone you don't trust. That is very key. Whoever has access to your 12 seed phrase has access to your funds, and you cannot change that. Should I repeat? Whoever has access to your 12 seed phrases has access to your funds, and you cannot change that. What do I mean you cannot change that? Maybe you exposed your 12-word phrase to someone, okay, who you trusted, or maybe you exposed them to those 12 words by mistake. Maybe you were very emotional, you were very excited, you gave them those words, and then tomorrow you changes your mind. You say, let me change these 12 words so that this person doesn't have access. Sir, you can never do that. You can never change the 12 words. They are permanent. All the authority that you have over that wallet, that person has it. They can change password just like you can change. You know, you can use the 12 words to change the password of the wallet, but you cannot change the seed phrase, the seed phrases you using your password. So this is very important. Okay, this is very important. So for us to be very safe, rule number 2, where do you keep your 12 seeds phrase? Now, to some people, they write it on a small piece of paper. You know, being the fact that we are in online business, do you realize that it is so easy for us to treat this business as a by the way? Someone invests $200 or $500. It is small money to you maybe, and that person, they tell him, write these 12 words. He says, no, it's okay, my phone, I trust it, I trust my head. You know, okay, fine, let me just write it down here. Okay, fine, let me just take a screenshot. You know, let me just take a screenshot. Let me just take a screenshot. And then that person goes ahead. He does that in his own style. He leaves them there. And then after some years, in fact months, he hears that the project has really gained momentum. Has really gained momentum. The price of ONF is skyrocketing. It's going through the roof. You know, his stake matured. He has $500,000. But unfortunately, he cannot access it because he doesn't remember where he placed those 12 seed phrases. He does not remember the 12 seed phrase. Let me tell you a scenario of my friend. When we were just starting, she's here on the call. She's here on the call. It's fortunate that for her, later on, we managed to recover her words. Because for her, this was the mistake. When she was writing the 12 words, she missed the spelling of one of the 12 words. And then her team started growing. There is her stake inside. And after a few months, after a few days, a few weeks, she wanted to climb. You know, before climbing, everything was okay. She could log in, she could monitor her stakes, she could see what is happening with her team. She was excited. Wow, I am excited. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be rich. She's seeing money is growing. Her tokens are increasing day in, day out. The day she tapped climb, the system said, please prove that you are the owner of the wallet. Enter the password. Now, it happened that she had forgotten the password. Okay, no problem. The wallet said, you forgot your password. It's okay. Tell us, which are your 12 seed phrases? Please provide these 12 seed phrases so that we can help you change your password and be able to do a withdrawal. She was very happy. Wow. I remember my 12 seed phrase. Yeah, this is very simple. She pulled out her paper. You know, she had wrote them on the paper. With a lot of energy. She said, Coach, no, those ones I remember. They are here. Let's put them. Then we put number 1. Accepted. Number 2. Accepted. Number 3. Accepted. And then we reached this word. I don't know the word. She doesn't know the word, what it means, and she had missed one digit in that word. My God. I saw movie, free movie. She started sweating plasma. We entered the word, rejected. Again, rejected. We tried another one, rejected. We said, maybe this word means this. Maybe this was the mistake. Maybe they meant this. You see, maybe you meant this. Okay, let's try this one, rejected. We sweated, she sweated. I looked at her and I said, oh my God. I wish she knew when she was copying that one letter would cause her to sweat like this. Perhaps she may have paid much more attention in the spelling of the words she was writing. Just the spelling, one word spelling error. So we separated that day. She didn't recover her word. The next day we repeated again. Let's try the same word. There was no option of forgot password, forgot phrase, nothing. And thank God through that process of guessing, trying this, trying that, repeating, thank God she guessed right. And we put the right word and she was able to change her password. Since then, when she's telling her people about the seed phrase. Hey, so what am I trying to say? You can sweat plasma over a simple thing. Rule number 1, I told you, don't expose your seed phrase to people you don't trust. Rule number 2, pay attention to where you keep your seeds phrase. Your keeping place also has to do with when you are copying them. How are you putting them there? When you are copying, during the copying process, if the word is written Michael, if it is not capital letter, sir, don't write small letter. Don't write capital letter. If there is no, in fact, all the seed phrases I've seen, none of them has any capital letter. They are all written in small letters. Don't write on the paper a capital letter when you are not seeing it anywhere. Don't put a full stop on the word when it is not there. It will confuse you. Make sure you trust your handwriting so that your handwriting doesn't confuse you. You know, some of us, our handwriting are like that of medical doctors, whereby you write something and after a few days, what you wrote confuses you. You start asking yourself, what did I mean when I was writing this? Did I mean phenomenal or phenomenal? You get the point now. So make sure you trust your handwriting when you are writing those bit of words. Please give me a thumbs up. What I'm saying, you are getting it very, very clear. These 12 words are very important. Okay? So make sure when you are writing them, pay close attention to the format. Pay close attention to what the word reads, and write it the way it is. Look at the word properly and write it the way it is. This is very key. This is very key. This is very important. Next is, where are you keeping them? That piece of paper you are using, you bought medicine yesterday at the pharmacy, and then they gave you that medicine in a small piece of paper where they pack them, and then you are signing up into $1 million business, and then coach tells you you have to get somewhere to write the 12 words, and then you say, coach, I have no problem, I have my piece of paper here, give me a pen. The coach gives you a pen and you write, and you leave it in your trouser. Then tomorrow your wife is washing clothes, or you take them to the laundry. Eh? Tomorrow you are doing laundry and the clothes is yes, and then your phone is stolen. Okay, so for those of you are listening to me, okay, you wrote your password on the paper and the 12 words, and perhaps you are not remembering the 12 words. This is what you do if you can remember the password. If you are in that kind of situation, and in case you find yourself or your downline in this situation anytime from today, this is what you do. This is how you can check your 12 words. Okay, come and look at my screen. I want you to tap here, more services. Sorry, tap on this these 3 dots on top here. Okay, tap on the 3 dots on top here. When you tap on those 3 dots, this is going to open up, and then I want you to tap on copy. I mean export recovery phrase. Export recovery phrase. All right, and then you are going to tap there. Then tick on these circles, and then tap on next. So they will request you to enter your password. Enter your password. I told you this will only work for you if you remember your password. If you don't remember the 12 words, or you lost access to them, or you misplaced where you misplaced the notebook you wrote them into, this is going to help you to recover your 12 seed phrase. Then confirm after entering the password, and then they will bring a page. Unfortunately, they won't show you this page on your screens because they have to protect my 12 words. Okay, but they will bring a page, and on this page, on this page, they are going to show, there will be something that says backup recovery phrase, and then there is an antenna like a symbol. When you tap on it, you will be able to see your 12 words. Copy them again, but down there is something that says copy recovery phrase. Okay, when you tap on that, the one that says copy recovery phrase, you are going to have your words copied on your clipboard of the phone. On your phone what? On your phone clipboard. So at that point, your words are like a message. They are like a text message, which you can go and paste anywhere you can trust. Where do I encourage you? I think I'm going to recommend what Coach Usama recommended, that you can do as well. To those of you who are familiar with technology, if you are not familiar with technology and you are not familiar, you don't know how to interact with your Google accounts and how to make sure your security of Google account is really good, you can go ahead and keep them on a paper as well. Do two. You can do both. You can do one. If you are not familiar with Google, write them on a trusted offline paper or book or notebook. I would gather now. If you are familiar with Google account, the security of Google, go and paste this in your email. You can send it to your, recovery email, because we know that usually emails are going to be there forever. You don't, unless you deleted it, it will always be there. So keep it there and make sure your security of Google account is very tight. You have added the two-factor authenticator, all right, on your Google account, so that in case you forgot them, or you misplaced the book, or something happened, maybe they stole your phone, or they thieves came in the house, and then the book where you wrote got lost. These things happen. I was just watching a certain video, and this gentleman, I don't remember the country, I think he's from US, he lost his 12 words. He had a lot of Bitcoins in his wallet. And where he wrote it, where he wrote the 12 words, he dropped that in a bin by mistake. He dropped the drive that had the BTC, and I think the drive, I think he dropped the drive itself, the hardware wallet. So he went ahead, he even attempted to buy the land where the KCC of US in Uganda, KCCA means the authority that governs the city. He wanted to buy the entire place and just dig and find his drive because there were a lot of BTCs. But that is all about security. That is all about security. So make sure, friends, make sure you safeguard your funds. You safeguard your funds. Those who are familiar with Google, add the two-factor authenticate on your Google account. Make sure your Google account is safe. Okay? Make sure your Google account is safe so that you can keep your data there. Are we together? Are we together? Please give me a yes if we are together. Give me a yes. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if we are together. I don't want to prolong this. Give me a yes. Give me a thumbs up if we are together, if you're still following. Okay, thank you. Now, another thing that I think I should talk about. Guys, in decentralized finance, there is no such a thing as next of kin in the process, in the systems. Nowhere does Token Pocket will ask you to submit your next of kin, so that in case of anything, in case of death, that person would be able to go ahead and access your funds without through a smart system. In DeFi, in Token Pocket, there is no such a thing. What does that mean to you who is investing? Sir, go ahead and do your own next of kin system offline with someone you trust, with someone you know. They can take care of your family. Are we together? And that is the person you should trust with your security, your fund security. They can be able to check in case God has called you. Is this making sense? Because my brother, you are going to leave a lot of money on the blockchain when your family members don't know what happened. Am I making sense to someone? Married people or parents. If you are here and you're a parent, you are married. Every one of us here, you have someone that you know can be able to do that, to keep your funds safe. Okay. Johnson says, just put all your details in safety deposit box in a bank. Okay, and later with solicitor explain everything how to get that. Yeah, you can do that. That is also another very good system to put them in safety box. I don't know if we have those ones in Africa, but I believe they are there. Go ahead. Those of us who are in who can do that, put your details, your details in the bank, and yeah, they keep them for you. I don't know if someone is getting what I am saying. All right. The other, I think, last security tip I would love to talk about is usually the people we trust with our phones. Okay. I've experienced scenarios where you are helping someone to. I've noticed this especially in the elderly people. Okay, in the elderly people, and recently there's a scenario that we just saw in the group. One of the leaders signed up someone, an elderly person, who decided to stake some good amount of money, and after some time, this lady was checking on her funds. She realized that her funds were not in. They were not yielding. She was not seeing profit. She was wondering. Everyone is posting on the group that they have made money. Why her? What's happening? And then she went ahead to ask the person who invited her, mentor, what's happening? And the guy said, okay, let's try to check the security. Let's try to check this. Let's try to check that. And they realized everything was okay. No malware. No malware. She didn't expose her 12 words to someone. But then, in the process, one of the leaders suggests to say, if she says she has never withdrawn anything, but at the same time, Aura shows there is zero balance to claim, please go and check on the transaction history of USDT in Token Pocket. You'll be able to know the history of a USDT that has moved out of the token, of the wallet. And to her surprise, they realized that almost every day there has been some amount of USDT leaving her wallet. So meaning someone has been claiming her USDT every day and removing it from the token, I mean from the wallet, go sell without her knowledge. And that's when she remembered, oh, my what? My, I don't know if he's a son or something at home, someone, a young man they live together with, knew the password. You know these people, when you call the elder and they tell you, no, for me, I don't know those things, they disturb me. But here I have my son. Come, please teach him. Let him do it for me. Make sure that person, you trust that person very, very well. Very much. Because that person can do everything you can do in the world. So in case you saw a gentleman, because those transactions started on 23rd of this month, in case during the holiday, the Christmas celebration, is in case you saw someone at the beach spending money as if he didn't make it himself, maybe that is the gentleman. Maybe that is the gentleman. You can see someone on the beach is spending like there's no man, like there is no tomorrow. You know, as if he didn't work for that money. It doesn't pain him. Perhaps that is the gentleman. So, friends, if there's anything that I've not talked about, you can go ahead and let me know. I can also touch in that area. Otherwise, I think I've shared the most important things that you need to really look after on when it comes to your security of your funds. Also, the external security, this has nothing to do with your wallet, your crypto. However, they also affect your fund security in one or the other. The security of your phone, the external security of your phone. How safe is your phone? Some of us, our phones, many of you, your phones, the same phones you are using for business, everyone at home, you know, touches it. Your phone is public, everyone is using it. Make sure maybe buy another phone specifically for your business. Specifically for your business, for your online business. You can invest into a small phone which can access internet, and you are able to put your apps and do the transactions seamlessly. Don't put other applications. Okay, if you know your phone is always in several hands in a day, that might be a good safety system for you. I know a gentleman that bought a phone the day he started staking. I think we were in trading that time. He said, I don't want to use my phone. I think I don't want to use this old phone, okay, for my crypto business. So he invested into a new phone. There's another lady in Malawi. I found her, for her, she already knew what security means in the digital space. So what she had done, she had two phones, and one phone had all her bank applications, applications, okay, and that is the same phone she added the data application, that trading robot that we are using. You know, she said, this is the only phone I trust. This other one I don't trust because it's always with my kids. When I go to the village, they are holding it, they want to watch games. You never know the person who is holding your phone. They might not have bad intentions, but they will tap into things that you wouldn't tap yourself in. Before you know it, they have restrict your funds. Secondly, put locks on your phones. Put a fingerprint on your phone if it has that option of passkey. Activate it. Activate it. If you are using Android, I think to do that, just go in settings, okay? In settings, then tap on security, okay? Security and privacy. And in here, you are going to see several ways to secure your phone. There is a fingerprint option here. There is passkey. Add them. They are very important. They contribute to your security, to your safety online. Okay? Utilize Google Authenticator. But most importantly, always make sure, because most of these things will be connected to your either Google account or iOS account, okay, the Apple account, or your Samsung account, those of us who are using Samsung, okay? So make sure you don't remember the password of those two. Your password of Apple, your password of Samsung, your password of Gmail. These are very important. They save you in critical times. All right, friends, I think we shall stop here. If there are no questions, if there are, go ahead and put them down. Jason says, I lost mine once I was crying, but now I leave a phone in the house, a safer business, and one person. Okay, and one. Okay. So Mr. Jason says he has two phones. There's one he lives at home and there's one he moves with. Amazing. He has suffered that. He has lost the fund through that. All right. Any question is? Luvi Kumal Siva Jodi, you are saying support. Which kind of support, my brother? You can unmute the mic or just write a message. I'll be able to answer. If there is any questions, please go ahead. If I disconnect my wallet, if I disconnected my wallet to put a new one, will it affect my claiming? If I disconnected my wallet to put a new one, will it affect my claiming? I haven't understood your question, brother Oppo. If I disconnected, what do you mean? If you log out of if you log out of your wallet I haven't understood the opposite question or concern. If I disconnect my wallet to put a new one, meaning you want to add a new wallet. When you add a new wallet, look here on my screen. I have two wallets in this token pocket. The first wallet is named BSCHD. The second wallet is named Ashraf. Okay. So these two wallets, they are independently having their own security details. Though the password, you can choose to keep it the same. So I can log in and claim from the other one. I can also log in and claim from the below one. So I hope I'm answering your question in that, but you can paraphrase it again. Jason says, what's going on about the price in the group about Aura? What's going on about the poll, the voting? Okay, please. Yes, there is some polls going on, and I encourage everyone to participate in them. You are able to remember we are part of a DAO. We are part of a DAO project where most of decisions are made by the community members. Okay, so yesterday they announced that there will be some voting happening today, whereby we are choosing whether Aura should leave the short-term investment period, this 1 day, 7 day, 15 days stake period, or they should remove them. So basically, in simple terms, that is what is happening. So you can follow the process, you follow the link that has been shared, and then you go ahead and cast your vote. It is a straightforward process, especially if you have this voting is happening at X, okay? So if you are on X, formerly known as Twitter, you can go ahead and participate in the process of voting. I'm trying to look for that, okay? So this is the message. Kare, cast your vote. Cast your vote now. Cast your vote. The process, the voting has started. When you tap on this link, it leads you to Aura, okay? Something like that. So all you have to do is to either support or oppose. If you support, tap on support. If you oppose, tap on oppose. So far, more people are supporting the idea compared to those who are opposing it. So perhaps by the end of the polls, we shall have, more people supporting than now. So if you don't like that change, you have an opportunity to oppose it right now by heading over through that link and cast your vote. I hope I've answered you, Mr. Jason, sir. Next question is, how can I apply a fingerprint for a password? How can I apply a fingerprint for a password? Oh, you mean on your token pocket? Okay, for you to add fingerprint on your token pocket, it is simple. It is very simple. Two ways, but I think I will show you the easiest one. The easiest one is this. When you come in here, let's say you are trying to log in. Okay, let me go here. Let me go back to security. I'll come back on security here. Tap on the three dots and then tap here. Fingerprint payments. Okay. Then tap on open. So for me, mine is already on. So they are saying close fingerprint payment. All right. Close fingerprint payments. So they ask me to enter my fingerprint. For you, they will ask you to open fingerprint payment. So let me remove it and we add it together. So I have removed it. So for me to add it, I just have to tap right there again. For me to add my fingerprint, then I say fingerprint payment. And then they will ask me my password now, since there is no fingerprint. They will ask me my password. And then they'll ask me to enter the fingerprint, and it's done. Now, guys, don't underestimate the power of your password simply because I didn't emphasize it. I have emphasized the more of the 12 words. Anyone who has access to your password, it means they can go and view your 12 seeds. Is that clear? That's very important, because you may say, as long as my password, my 12 words are kept, then it's okay, the password. If I have access to your password too, I can have access to your 12 words, because when they are showing me your 12 words, I'll need to see, I'll need to enter your password. Okay, I believe I've answered you, my dear Daniel. Love is saying, I am supporting to stop the daily withdrawals. Okay, go ahead and cast your vote, my brother. Another person, Jason, says he wants to change as he thinks. Quotes in his phrase. Oh, he wants to change his. You are referring to Oppo. He wants to change his seed phrase. So you want to create a new wallet. Okay. My seed phrase must have been exposed to someone. So I need to create another token pocket. So what I am asking is, if I should create a new wallet, won't it affect my current staking, especially the climbing? Wow. If you think they have been exposed to someone you don't trust, because sometimes they might have been exposed, but to a person you trust, they have no issue. They can't take your money. Okay. But if you don't trust this person that they can, tamper with your funds, the best you can do is just changing the password on the current stakes. That is the best, because you cannot change the stake from your wallet, the current stake, which you mean wallet, which you think has been exposed to another wallet. You cannot transfer the stake that is happening on wallet A to wallet B. So if your security of the 12 seed sprays have been compromised in one or the other, the best you can do is just changing the password and hope that the person won't, try to tamper with your funds. Okay, to tamper with your funds. So that's the best you can do. Just change the password, and then you pray the person doesn't tamper with your funds. Otherwise, there is nothing much. Then create a new wallet. Create a new wallet and carry on with your new staking. So if you don't trust that current wallet that you are using, don't stake on it again. Don't add more money in it again. Okay, that's what I can tell you, Oppo. Is there any other question? If there are no more, why don't I ask that we stop here for today? Hopefully you've learned something. Can I see some flowers, some thumbs up from those who have benefited something from tonight, from this morning session? I appreciate everyone who has been on the call, those who have been participating, Mr. Johnson, Oppo, Daniel, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you. This evening, we shall have another session, another amazing class. Yes, another amazing class. So thank you so much. God bless you all. We meet again in the evening at exactly 9 p.m. for our English session. Bye-bye for now.
Guys, I can see a major concern here. Someone is asking a very critical question. Bakali says, let's talk more about the next of kin. Do you mean our next of kin should know all our password? And when we die, other leaders will help them to withdraw the money from their account? Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. Let your next of kin know your security or whoever you trust. Huh? Sometimes your next of kin might be a kid that is still very young. So you can hand over the assets. Maybe you trust them with, like what Mr. Jason recommended or suggested. You can partly engage a lawyer and keep your details, your security details with someone you trust that can help in that scenario. Because I know some of you people I'm talking to, you are investing a lot of money in the business. You are putting tens of thousands of dollars. And even if you are not putting a lot of money, maybe you are putting 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, you know, that investment of yours tomorrow can explode and there is a lot of money in the account, but no one can access it. None, no one, not even your mentors, they can't help. So your people will suffer simply because there was that slight mistake. So it's important that you have someone that knows what is going on, and in case of anything, that person can, save the situation. How do I create a new wallet? How do I create a wallet, a new wallet? Okay, for you to create a new wallet, let me see if I can do that. Okay, all you have to do is come here. Tap on those three dots on top here. Then tap here. This plus button. And then here it says create what? Create wallet. And then you tap on create wallet. And then you tap on create. Okay? Create wallet. And go ahead and give your wallet a name. Create a password you won't forget. Repeat it here. And this one is a hint. Some of you always ask what is a hint. Oh, you can't see it on that side. You can't see it. But the page that they are showing me here, there is you create a name. The way you created the first one, you just go ahead and then you tap on create wallet. They will give you the 12 words. You save them. Yeah. So that's the process. Okay. But changing the password won't change anything because the person might be using the seed phrase in another phone, which will give him access. Yeah, you are right. You are right at some extent. You are very right. That's why I said if that person doesn't, okay, yeah, that's why I said if that person doesn't temper, because if they have the 12 words and you change the password, well, it means they can also change the password. Remember what I said? You can use 12 words to change the password, but you can't use the password to change the 12 words. So even if they lose access to the password, they can change the password to their own. But then that can give you a signal that this person has done something. When you try to log in with the password that you know and it is refusing, it means they have tampered with the password. Yeah, but the security, once the 12 words are exposed, the account is so vulnerable. So vulnerable. I hope that is clear. Your wallet becomes so vulnerable once the 12 words are exposed. You just pray that whoever got access to it won't tamper with your funds. What's the limit of storage for each wallet? I don't know about that, Jeremiah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, friends. Let this mark our end. I believe we've learned something. Let me wish you a fantastic day. We meet up again in the evening, exactly 9 p.m. Bye bye for now.